Welcome back to Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle readings. Today, we are doing our weekly readings for our people who were born on Fridays. So if you were born on a Friday, you are in the right spot, and this is where you're going to get your weekly reading for the energy that you will have through the week. So as a reminder, if you haven't been here before, go to your web browser and put in the day, month, and year of your birthday, and that will calculate the day of the week that you were born on. Excuse me. So if you were born on a Friday, as I said, you are in the right spot. So let's get to it. We are still in Aquarius season here. So we are until February 18th. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck here and pull a card today. Usually I have them pulled already, but I have two here, so let me go ahead and reshuffle this here for you. Hold on one moment. I'm going to put this on pause for 1 second here. Sorry. Okay, thanks. I had to put you on pause for 1 second here. Let's go ahead and shuffle this deck and see what card we get for my Friday born people. What do we have here for my Friday born people? Ooh, the Fool. All right. So the Fool energy for you guys this week. Wow. So that's great. That is fresh hope, changes, new beginnings, possibly travel. Wow, yeah, so the energy of this week is of the Fool for you guys. Let me see here if I can get this to stay down here farther. I wanted to get the card a little bit focused in here. So I love this deck, by the way. This is the Manja, Mystical Manja by Barbara Moore. Rand, text by Barbara Moore, and let me see here if it says any more on that box. I want to make sure I don't miss out on giving somebody credit here for this. So here's the actual box. It's a little bit. There we go. That round circle in there. Blah. Okay, so anyway, we got the Fool card. I really do like Barbara Moore's decks a lot. Her mystical, childlike take on a lot of the cards, and they're so gorgeous. So I'm just looking at this, and this is, like I said, of new, fresh perspectives, fresh look at things. Maybe you've been in a slump and you feel like things are not going your way. Possibly this week there could be some changes to that. There could be some changes in, even if it has to do with just your perspective. Yes, and the colors on these cards are gorgeous. Yeah, so I would say that remember that the Fool can be a little bit naive. And in this card, it's funny because I was just looking at this. It's not like he's walking off a cliff, as in the Rider-Waite version, or it looks like he's going to step off a cliff, and the dog is jumping up and down, almost as if it's warning him. In this case, it's got a completely different perspective. The dog is like looking at him almost as if for guidance, is what it appears to me. And it looks like the Fool is in almost a deep contemplation. Yeah, it's almost as if it actually almost seems like he's looking a little bit more than the A.E. Waite version. It's almost as if he's looking deeper, a little bit more looking for a little bit more perspective, which is actually kind of funny in a way too, because that could have something to do with your energy this week. Maybe you've been putting a lot of thought into something or a situation that has been happening, and maybe it's just time for a new beginning. I mean, maybe you're just worn out. In this case, I almost get the feeling that this zero, the Fool, is actually the end, at the end of the last card of the major arcana. Because a lot of times some people feel the Fool can be either card number 1 or card 22. So there's definitely, I'm getting the feeling that this is the end of something, and the dog is like looking at his friend for direction almost, and it almost looks like the Fool as well is looking for direction. So I really feel that in this case, and I don't recall ever feeling such a strong feeling of this zero Fool card being the end of the major arcana journey and the beginning of a new one. So that I definitely see new beginnings this week for you. But just, keep the courage and faith up. It looks almost as if this Fool card is feeling a little bit discouraged, just a little bit under the weather, discouraged about moving forward, but almost as if it's a worn out feeling. I mean, he doesn't appear like, all frazzled or anything, but it just looks like there's a lot of deep contemplation going on. So I really feel the energy this week is of endings but new beginnings. And as I said, it looks like it's something that has to do with something that has either weighed on you for a while, or it's just enough. It's just time to stop this situation, whatever it is. But definitely, I really feel like this Fool card represents the end with a beginning of something new, which the Fool does in general. But I usually look at the Fool card as being like number 1, the first card in the major arcana, is how I've read most of them. But in this one, I feel like it's the last in the major arcana, and the fold around back to the brand new. So it looks like your energy this week is of new beginnings. Keep your faith up and stay strong. And it looks like the journey into the new is going to be exciting and something to look forward to. New is always good to look forward to. So have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this reading.